Yo guys, I'm Yellow, a Norwegian hardcore PC gamer, and today I figured we should talk about the AK-47, the M4A1 and the M4A4's values related to their sprays and their most accurate shots when you're crouched. These values has gotten changed, and for the worse, yeah, I figured at least I should cover them, even though again, nobody were asking for these things to be nerfed in general. So with this being said, this gameplay right here, I'm using the revolver most of the time, in which the smoke bug is now fucking, it has run haywire. Alright, it looks ridiculous. The smokes never disappear, and that is aside from that alt-tab bug that I never learned about until it got patched. So keep in mind, we are shooting each other through the thin air because we never saw the smoke, because these replays are bugged. It's a newer replay mode, I know. But that being said, yeah, let's dive into the values and their changes and what they mean for the weapons, shall we? So first I'll go through all the values and then I'll go through what they mean. The AK-47's crouching accuracy was bumped up by 4% versus what it had before, meaning that the gun is now way less accurate than it was before, even though again it's a meager change. The recovery time when you're crouched and the recovery time for standing posture was bumped up by 18% and 31%, something that was not really that needed with the AK. This means that representing the numbers, you should probably adjust your playing style almost equally if you want to do re-sprays per se, because that's the only way you're going to be able to make worth of it, even though again the entire sprays now in general will be less accurate, because that is just how the values will affect sprays in general. The trend for the A4 is set pretty similarly, but the maximum accuracy never got touched. The recovery time for crouched posture and standing posture got bumped up by 42% and 24%, which is a ridiculous change. And while it doesn't impact the maximum accuracy of the A4, this do mean, however, that it's now incredibly viable versus the A1, because you can still get serious damage put out with that weapon, and also with those extra bullets, committing to the spray in some scenarios might still be worth it. The A1, the inaccuracy crouch alternate, because it's for the silencer only, it's bumped up by a staggering 11.5%. Makes no sense. It makes me almost infuriated, because it already got a nerf in terms of its maximum accuracy. It was bumped up by like something like 3 or 5% in the past already. So yeah, the A1 has now never been as unreliable as it is right now. And keep in mind that these values, they kind of sort of transcend into the sprays as well, meaning that sprays just become less reliable even if you're able to hit decent sprays, which thus means that yeah, you now need to have even better aim, especially when spraying, if you're going to even be able to make it worth, even though again, keep in mind that all of this bullshit is just RNG crap. So essentially you're basing your kill on luck, the more so if you then want to spray now, then more so now than ever, because it's just how these kind of things work in terms of probability calculations. Now the recovery time for crouching and standing posture for the A1 is almost the equal values in terms of the A4, so that's like 42 and 24%, and what that then leaves us with is that, yeah, in general, Counter-Strike is turning out to become more of an RNG game versus something that actually takes skill. What I really enjoy about this game would be, for example, if I practice the A1 a lot and I'm able to connect headshots more so than my opponents, not because of how they're using an AK but they're aiming well, it's because they're relying on a gun that is relying on itself upon being able to get one-shot headshots if the RNG randomization of that bullet that you shoot will hit the head of the opponent, regardless of range, damage, etc. This going away, you know, like Valve essentially going away from this trend and making it so that you now need to play more up close, which practically nullifies the changes that was done to the pistols, because I mean, in the end of the day, then while they might stand more still, my bullets won't hit them as much. So yeah, I can see what you're doing here, Valve. I just don't like the trend at all. No pros, no casuals were truly asking for this. I mean, the casuals are asking for like C4 and RPGs from fucking Call of Duty, so you take that for what you will. Not that I blame you. I mean, those games are fun on their own, but this entire patch in general, while it looked good to begin with, I'm starting to like poke holes in it more and more so than not, and in the end of the day I almost feel like I would never like this patch to be added to the game to begin with. I mean, even the revolver, I could probably hit that shot again and again after the patch to the revolver, if you had no clue. The damage got severely nerfed, so it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, now at least we got a pocket scout and every gun in the game are now worse. I mean, take that for what you will. I'm a bit salty though, so feel free to discuss this dumb patch in the description below. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, we got the Patreon page. Here are 2 related videos if you want to get better or smarter at CSGO. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support, have a nice day, and don't get beastyfied when you play.